he didn't personally. So I met him at a party.
Yeah, because I thought like he texted you or something.
No. His office did.
Oh, okay.
Like it wasn't him personally. It
All
was
right.
the office of. It was Kevin Wall's office.
Hey Terry, it's Al.
Yeah,
What are you doing Saturday night?
No, but I did accidentally send him a Friendster request. Like, so it was when I was signing up for my Facebook, and yeah, it was like,
I know Al was on Friendster.
Oh, it was so embarrassing. It was like I meant to write Facebook. I was probably drunk or something, and I accidentally signed up for Friendster, which like I didn't have a Friendster account,
Right.
you know, and I'm like, oh, and so I signed up, and I meant to sign up for Facebook. It must have been like 2000. Oh well, it was at least, yeah, it was like 2007. So I was signing up for Facebook and my artist page, and I accidentally signed up for Friendster, and then it's like, do you want? And then I must have been drunk, because then it was like, and then I accidentally clicked the thing where it's like, do you want to invite everybody in your contact list, you know? And I somehow clicked that, and next thing I knew, I was like, oh no, and I'm looking at it just like.
Well, Al Gore got some spam. You want to join Friendster? Terry's waiting for you.
Yeah, and I'm like, he probably even. I don't even like Friendster. I feel like my mom was off Friendster before then. Like it was like not a thing for a long time. I can't believe it was still active at that point.
Oh, okay,
you know?
that was the end of Friendster.
I think so.
Maybe Al Gore, like maybe
he was probably just catching up.
No, he probably like was the one that said, okay, knock off, get Friendster out of here. He probably talked to like some people in the Obama administration, and they took out the guy from Friendster.
To make room for Facebook.
Yeah.
This sounds like some conspiracy theory shit.
I don't know. I don't have I can neither confirm or deny.
Okay.
But
oh wow.
so you met Al Gore at a party.
Yes. Well, at the Universal Music Grammy Party.
Okay.
So it wasn't just like I was going to a house party down the street in Echo Park or something. It was like no. I mean, I had just signed with Universal and Island Records, and so the Grammys were in February, and I had just signed in January, and so they asked if I wanted to go, and I was like, yes. And so I didn't go to the Grammys, I just went to the party, the after party.
Oh, because he's a Grammy winner.
Yes, and in the Universal family.
So, oh, okay, so you're on the same label as Al Gore.
Right. So, I mean, the movie, the studio, Universal, I guess, is the ones that released his film. And so...
And ironically enough, he did not have a parental sticker on his album.
He didn't.
No.
Oh, I did I?
Probably.
I did. Yeah, because I had like all. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess you didn't run into the tipper, but that's for the '80s kids out there. So you go up to Al Gore. Was he familiar with the song?
No, I told him about it.
Okay.
I was like, because I had just written it, I mean, I hadn't just written it, but like everything had just sort of happened, and it was just like blowing up, and I was like, I wrote this song, and it was inspired by your film, and I went to see your film, and I came home, and I freaked out. In the morning, I wrote the song, and it's changed my whole life, And like I'm here now because I just signed with Universal and Island, and they're gonna like release the album. And he was like, wow, what a story, And like these politicians, like they have such a way of making you feel like you're the only person in the world when you're talking to them. And he's really good at that. And so I was just like, oh my God, this is amazing. And it was just one of these crazy experiences.
And yet it's a little sincere and a little fake at the same time.
He comes across as super sincere.
Okay.
I mean, like, and I've heard the same thing about Bill Clinton. I've heard that, like, when you're talking to Bill Clinton, it's just like, you could swear that, like, he absolutely adores
I've seen that in person. I actually did a vlog on the Hillary rally.
Oh.
And he went out. I mean, he didn't really talk. He went out and took pictures and selfies with everybody.
Wow.
But you could see him really making sure that everybody got his attention. But the weird thing was, Steve Aoki DJ'd at it.
Oh wow.
This is honestly when I knew Hillary was going to lose, for better or for worse.
Oh no.
Because this was like a week before the election.
Oh no.
And people were there for Steve Aoki.
Oh
they
no.
Were not,
really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I know. I mean, when I went to a Trump rally too.
Oh God.
And they were so they were really into Trump, for better or for worse.
Oh God.
When I went to the Hillary rally, very apathetic.
Really?
Except for, like, there's actually, when you listen, I'll send you the video. You can hear on the video somebody's like, I'm here for Steve Aoki.
No.
Like, when Clinton's talking.
That sucks.
That's when I knew. But,
is everything okay?
No, that's Hannah.
Is she okay?
Let's ask. Hannah, are you okay?
Yeah, I just got home and got myself.
Okay, you're on the air, and Tara says hi.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi, hello, hi everyone. Sorry about my little accident.
There's no apology necessary, but I did tell Tara what a fan of her music Grandpa is.
Grandpa's adorable, by the way.
Yes, and I was listening to it while I was doing my makeup before I was to leave to go to the show. It's beautiful music.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, let me call you in about 15, 20 minutes if that's okay.
Alright.
Okay?
Sounds good. Alright.
Or, yeah, about 15 minutes. Trevor says hi too.
Tell her to hi.
Yeah, and he's going to meet us at Bar Sinister next time.
Oh, alright, cool. So it's Saturday.
Yeah.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
So, Hannah's okay. Hannah had an accident. It sounds like she's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Al Gore's office contacts you.
Yeah. Well, it was actually the office of his production partner, Kevin Wall.
Did he produce the Live Earth concert?
Kevin Wall did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is Trevor. This is who was on the concert. 80,000 people in Wembley Stadium. You know, some people you may have heard of, like Genesis, Madonna, Metallica, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Foo Fighters, Black Eyed Peas, and Terra Naomi.
and more people.
Oh, Spinal Tap.
I was just gonna say, Spinal Tap that was like the big one for me.
Okay.
Like I really didn't care about seeing the Black Eyed Peas or whatever.
Did they? I mean, because I heard all the bass players played on Big Bottom. I'm surprised.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Did you grab bass or?
No, I didn't. I'm not a bass player.
So were you? I mean, backstage, were you amongst these people? Were you hanging out? Did you meet these people?
No, because I was so scared.
Yeah.
I was so freaked out. I was like
you weren't hanging with Phil Collins and Madonna.
I wasn't hanging with anybody.
Yeah.
I was sitting in my little dressing room freaking out.
I could imagine.
I was so scared, and I thought it's 80,000 people.
And not only that, Chris Rock and Ricky Gervais and some of the biggest comedians introduced the acts.
Oh God, I don't even.
Did anybody introduce you?
I think so, and some the British press are the worst, by the way.
Why?
Like they're just really snarky. Like they love to say really snarky things, and have you ever read British tabloids?
Yeah.
They're the worst.
Mm-hmm.
They're really they just go for it,
mm-hmm.
you know? And the press, British humor is it's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's very sharp and very smart, and they're
cutting.
Very cutting, yes. And if they take digs,
Who dug at you?
Oh, I don't know, some asshole. It was just who the fuck is this? That kind of thing. But
let's take a dump in their fish and chips.
British.
Who bagged on?
I can't remember. I don't know his
name.
What
did they say?
Oh, just we don't kind of insinuating oh, who the hell is this? I've never seen her. Who let Al Gore pick the music? You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
And I was watching the clip.
Yeah.
As I said, I've immersed myself in everything, all the filming, and I could see, just because I'm a performer.
Yeah.
I mean, if you weren't a performer, you couldn't see this, but I could see the nerves for about a minute.
Yeah.
And then you had this big smile.
Yeah, did you see that? That was so amazing. You know what happened was I looked up and that was such a clear point for me. I was so nervous.
Yeah.
I actually told, so I had this guitar tech, and he was a very sort of famous football hooligan. So his face was sewed back together. He was like a thug. If people here, they don't know the culture maybe, but the football hooligans, it's gangs.
Yeah.
They're serious. And he was he was named Deford John. He was from Deford. He was a real badass.
Yeah.
And now he was a guitar tech and super sweet guy. But his face looked like it had been.
So this is a gang member that became a guitar tech in America.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And so he was a big guy. And so I was standing there with him, and he was real sweet, and I was standing there with him, and I'm like, dude, I'm so fucking scared, I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm like, if I pass out, and I was serious, I wasn't joking.
Yeah.
I was like, if you see me pass out, just come drag me off the stage.
Right.
And my parents were there, and my brothers, and my aunt and uncle, they all flew over from the U.S. And I'm like, I'm afraid I'm gonna pass out on a teleprompter, whatever. I mean, not teleprompter, the screens, the big screens.
Right.
Jumbotron, whatever the hell they are.
Yeah. You were big on the Jumbotron at Wembley Stadium.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm gonna pass out and just be on the stage, and everyone's gonna be like, whoa, what just I just was picturing, I was future tripping into the whole thing where I pass out on the stage at Wembley. And so the first minute I was so nervous, and then there was this moment when I looked up and it hit me, and I was like, I saw the sky, because it's an open, it's a stadium.
Yeah.
And so I looked up, and there's a blue sky, and I just saw and I was like, and there's because while you're performing, sometimes you're also having a dialogue with yourself.
Right.
You're talking.
Oh, yeah.
You're doing what
Yeah.
you're doing, but you also are having a dialogue. So
Right.